Hello, all cinephile. Mike here, your friendly neighborhood cinephile, and it is day 12 of And the Oscar Goes To, my series of shorts on who I believe will win, and in some cases, who I think should win the big award come Oscar night on March 10th. So, we have now made this film. We had the script, we got the director, we got the cast, we did all the design elements, we shot it. Now we have to go into post production. And the first thing we are going to look at today are the best visual effects. And the nominees are Jay Cooper, Ian Comley, Andrew Roberts, and Neil Corbould for The Creator. Takashi Yamazaki, Kiyoko Shibuya, Masaki Takahashi, and Tatsuji Nojima for Godzilla -1. Stephane Ceretti, Alexis Wajsbrot, Guy Williams, and Theo Bialek for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Alex Wuttke, Simone, Coco, Jeff Sutherland, and Neil Corbould for Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. And Charley, Henley, Luc-Ewen, Martin-Fenouillet, Simone, Coco, and Neil Corbould for Napoleon. As we do, let's take a look at these one at a time. So the team behind The Creator gives a visual fantasia of a society only 50 years away that has developed AI that can see everything, from the design of the simulants with the gears at the base of their skulls to some of the outer space settings. Our eyes enjoy quite a treat. Additionally, some of the robots look like they have improved on designs that we have seen in some other Star Wars films. Now, the team behind Godzilla -1 gives us a fresh take on the original kaiju. Additionally, many of the action scenes take place during the day, so being able to see how the destruction occurs when Godzilla comes to Japan, while horrific, is visually stunning. The scenes that take place in the sea and one that takes place on a train stand out as well when Godzilla charges. The effects were even stunning if you were able to catch the film in black and white. Now, the team behind Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes back for a third time and third Oscar nomination for the franchise, with all the effects needed to light up the cosmos. But also, they up the ante with the creation of Young Rocket in his early creation days and all of the other inventions that he meets. Creating all of the beings in the universe, to say nothing of the spectacular action sequences, are thoroughly enjoyable and some of the best in the franchise, in my opinion. Then we have the team behind Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1, which brings the franchise their first one of two Oscar nominations this year, the first time any film in the franchise has been nominated. The scenes with Tom Cruise on the motorcycle and the whole Orient Express sequence was probably enough to steal the nomination, and seal, not steal, my apologies, or steal it, depend on your work preference. But the work done with the AI as the character and the car chase in Rome also delight with the absurdity, but, you know, intricacy of how well they did some of those details. Then we have the team behind Napoleon that gives a visceral look at the battles that occupied the majority of Napoleon's reign and military career. The scenes that really stand out in relation to the visual effects that may be heartbreaking to watch at times include the opening scene at the Siege of Toulon with some violent images, and then the Battle of Austerlitz, the sequence that takes place on the frozen lakes. Now, today, for who I believe will win and who I believe should win, today they are the same. And for me, that is the team behind Godzilla -1. Now, the color version of the film is the one that was submitted and was what many of the members of the Academy were looking at and reviewed, although there is a good chance that some of them were able to see the black and white version as well. Also, for this genre of film that can usually look very staged and faked, this one looked a little more realistic. And placing it in this natural disaster that is Godzilla, well, he's not natural, but the effect of the settings we're in, it only led to the emotional experience where the visuals really added in the storytelling. So, that's my pick. Do you agree with me? Well, you can decide. That's where we're going to leave it with today's nomination. We're going to keep moving in the post production phases. If you don't agree with me, let me know in the comment section. Who do you think will win Best Visual Effects? Always love to hear from my followers. See everyone tomorrow as we continue the journey, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.